No, I won't talk about O.J. Simpson. But anyhow, we'll start off with a guy most football fans probably have never heard of. Hartford High School's Prashawn Pat Cool. He wasn't just a star today against Middlebury. He was the Hurricanes' entire offense. First quarter, Hartford goes to the air. Up in the air, it's Pat Cool. He catches the long bomb, and he'll go all the way for the touchdown. 7-zip Hurricanes. They're just getting started, and so is Pat Cool. Watch the block, and he gets on this run. He blows through some great holes. He will rumble all the way for his second score of the game, and it's 14-0. Hartford wants some more. Pat Cool again. He takes it in from 7 yards out. That makes it 3 TDs and a 20-zip lead. Hartford goes on to win the game by 8, 22-14. In other scores today, Lyndon all over Spalding, 40-0. Elsewhere, Fairhaven 9-6 over Springfield. Bellows Falls 31-12 over Winooski. Pulteney beats Salem, New York 13-8. Two other scores. If we have them, Burlington beats Rice, and South Burlington.
Remembering baseball season, how it was. The Hartford Hurricanes dominated Division 1A last season, capturing the state title. This season, the Canes jumped up a notch into Division 1, where things were supposed to get a little bit tougher. Mike Stone brings his 2-0 Canes to Burlington's Buckhart Field. It didn't take long for the visitors to strike on their first possession. Prachin Patkul takes the ball 16 yards to the 1-yard line. Randy St. Peter takes over from there. They add a 2-point conversion for an 8-0 lead. On their next series, Patkul goes to the outside, 9-yard TD run. Hartford goes up 15-0. The Hurricanes go to the air to the next score. Ryan McCarthy connects with Shane Quartermarsh for the score. 22-0 Hartford. The Hurricanes spent most of the day in the end zone. Jason Hill cuts out the scoring with a 26-yard run. He leaves your picture for the moment, but Hartford won the game 35-8.
It was mostly the line. The line opened up a lot of good holes for me, and the two backs and all that, they blocked a lot on the outside defensive backs and stuff. It was mostly them. I just did the running.
Talk about Essex next week.
We better be ready to play them. I watched them play last night. They played very well. They moved the football. They play good defense. We're going to have to step up our level of play to compete with them.
Hartford improves to 3-0 with a victory over Burlington. Springfield shut out Rice 26-0. St. J shut out South Burlington by the same score. Bellows Falls moves to 3-0 as they beat Woodstock 45-12. Windsor defeated Winooski 20-14. Billy Hayes ran for 2 TDs and threw for 1 as Lyndon shut out Milton 42-0. Konaja Ahari, New York defeated Pulteney 12-8, and in 8-man football, Mill River picked up their first win as a sanctioned team as they beat U.
First this year.
On the high school front, Lyndon Institute has held every team scoreless that they have faced. Today's victims with the Rebels of South Burlington as they hosted the Vikings. Lyndon Institute opened the scoring in the first quarter. The trick play fooled the defense. Billy Hayes on the halfback pass goes deep to Jim Rice. He made catches like that in Fenway. The Vikings led 8-0. South Burlington couldn't do much on the offense, but this defense is not allowed a point in their first 2 games. The Vikings get the sack on the punt return. Hayes fakes the reverse and heads for the sidelines. Hayes blows by everyone, makes it all the way. A nice diving effort at the end. Still in the first half, Lyndon wrecked more havoc. Paul Barrett makes the catch in the end zone. Lyndon beats South Burlington 34-0. Undefeated Bellows Falls made the long journey to play Rice. The Terriers had something to cheer about today. To open the second half, Jeff James picks up the ball in the return. He finds the hole and breaks for daylight. Untouched, James goes all the way for the touchdown. That broke an 8-8 tie. On the 4th down and 12, Bellows Falls goes for it. It pays off. Josh Albee connects with John Ostrowski on the screen pass. The Terriers take a 22-8 lead. Bellows Falls does more damage. Ostrowski gets a call at the middle. He slices through the secondary all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. The Little Indians do get another score, but it wasn't enough as Bellows Falls improves to 4-0. Lyndon has outscored opponents 116-0 as they go to 3-0. Fairhaven beats Spalding. St. J over Brattleboro. Essex, they snapped Hartford's 28-game winning streak. 27-22 is the final. MSJ picked up their first win of the season. Windsor defeated Woodstock 22-8. Middlebury, they shut out St. Albans 34-0. Mill River over Salem, New York. And Pulteney, they beat Bishop Gibbons 33-6. Another high school sports and boys soccer right. On the high school level, the Essex Hornets stopped the Hurricane last week. The Hartford Hurricanes, that is. This afternoon, Essex looked for their 4th straight victory as they kicked off against South Burlington. The Rebels hosted Essex in the first half. On 4th and 1, Derek Hansen gets the call up the middle. He goes 5 yards for the score. Hansen gives Essex an early 7-0 lead. The Hornets add on to the lead in the second quarter. From 6 yards out, Eric Lapierre finds his way across the goal line. 14-0 Essex. South Burlington, they were in trouble. 2nd down and 29 yards to go. Brian Carnes takes the handoff. Carnes gets the first down and more. a lot more. He goes 70 yards for the touchdown, but it was Essex who won the game. 33-23 was the final. Burlington hosted Rutland in the beginning of the second half. The Seahorses capped off a 68-yard drive with a touchdown by Steve Draper. That pulled Burlington within a point. The next play from the line of scrimmage, Rutland's Jeff McFarland finds the hole. He heads for the sideline. No one will catch up to him. McFarland gives the Red Raiders a 28-20 lead. Rutland puts the game out of reach. Brian Pinney, the quarterback, connects with Jacob Conway. He makes it to the end zone. Rutland went on to beat Burlington 42-28. Rutland improves to 2-3 on the season. Essex won their fourth straight game to go 4-1. St. J defeated Fairhaven. Springfield shut out Spalding 41-0. Bellows Falls improves to 5-0. Lyndon, also undefeated, is 4-0 after shutting out Woodstock and has held every team scoreless this season. Hartford has lost 2 games in a row, and today's upset Mount St. Joseph wins 24-14 Windsor over Milton. Poultney beat Fort Edward 30-14 in 8-man football. Montpelier and Mill River are victorious. In high school soccer, a team in the Division I. The Patriots kicked off against the Burlington Seahorses this afternoon in the first quarter. Jason Parks gets the handoff on the pitch. He finds the hole, and Parks runs out the defense. 35 yards for the touchdown, 7-0 Patriots. Mount Anthony had a touchdown called back due to a penalty. For the very next play, quarterback Andy Todd keeps it on the option. He disappears in the crowd, but then reappears in the end zone. 14-0 Patriots. Mount Anthony adds another score before the half. Todd connects with Josh Stemp on the screen pass. 38 yards down the sideline. He rolls into the end zone. Mount Anthony led 21-0 at the half. The Hartford Hurricanes, they lose 3 in a row. Brattleboro wins that game by a point. Mount Anthony went on to beat Burlington 49-12. MSJ beat St. Albans 38-24. St. J improves to 5-0 with their win over Rice. Fairhaven handled South Burlington in the battle of the unbeatens. Bellows Falls shut out Lyndon 26-0. Windsor does the same to Spalding on the shutout. Poultney lost to Lake George in 8-man football. Winooski beat U32. Mill River edges Montpelier with an 18-12 victory. And football continues tomorrow here on WCIX. Arizona Cardinals take on the Dallas. The playoffs are nearing for high school football. In a Division II battle this afternoon, Fairhaven had a chance to wrap up home field advantage in the first round with a victory over Rice. It was a defensive battle until seconds remaining on the clock. In the first half, Adam Perry lost the ball 20 yards. Ed Bell makes a nice leaping catch for Fairhaven. He comes down on the 2-yard line. On the next play with 15 seconds left in the half, the same Perry to Bell connection on the play action. The Slaters strike for 6, 7-0 Slaters. In the second half, Fairhaven marches down the field on the opening possession. Jason Bukowski gets the call on the sweep. He goes 13 yards for the score. 14-0 Fairhaven. The Slaters work the option on their next possession. Bell breaks a couple of tackles. He dives in for the touchdown. Fairhaven takes a 21-0 lead. Rice does get on the board. John Rock rolls to his right. He connects with Jason Pigeon for the touchdown. But Fairhaven, they move on for the victory. In other high school football, South Burlington beats Spalding. Hartford snaps a 3-game losing skid with their win over St. Albans. St. J improves to 6-0 as they shut out Springfield 34-0. Lyndon over Windsor 34-12. North Country beat Woodstock 16-7. Brattleboro defeated Mount St. Joseph 29-14. In 8-man football, Winooski over Montpelier and Mill River beat U32 by 20 points. And Mount St. Joseph beat Fairhaven 41-27. Rice beat Milton. St. J improves to 7-0 with their win over Spalding. Springfield beat South Burlington. Bellows Falls moves to 8-0. The Terriers beat Windsor. Jeremy Ellie scored with 15 seconds left in the game to give Lyndon the win over North Country. Woodstock holds off the comeback as they beat Poultney. In 8-man football, Winooski over Mill River by 10. Vermont Academy beat Kent Hills 17-6. Soccer may be in the past, but football is still well and alive as St. Johnsbury has not lost a game all season. In today's Division II semifinal, the Hilltoppers hosted Rice. St. J trailed by 6 early in the game. They come back. Mike DeGrotto breaks away and rumbles 42 yards. No one will catch him. He gets in for the touchdown. 7-6, St. Johnsbury. The fans got off their seats. They got more scoring in the second half. Derek Bugby follows his blocking into the end zone for a 14-6 lead. St. Johnsbury shuts out Rice in the second half. They win the game 21-6. In the other Division II semifinal, it was Fairhaven squeaking by Springfield 19-14. In Division III, Lyndon at North Country. The Vikings dominated today. North Country fakes the punt on 4th down, but Lyndon's Kurt Adams reads it all the way and comes up with another big stop. 16-zip. Lyndon's Mark Metzke with the leaping knockdown of Beckett's pass. The good hands. He comes up with the interception and runs in for the easy 6 points. Lyndon comes up with a shutout victory. They win at 22-zip. Elsewhere, as Bellows falls over Windsor 40-0. The Terriers meet the Vikings in the finals. And in today's 8-man football round robin, in Game 1, Montpelier beat Winooski 6-0. And then in Game 2, Mill River blanked Winooski 20-0. So it'll be Mill River against Montpelier Friday night for the 8-man championship. In a big one, they beat Kansas.
Continue our high school football championship reviews. Last night, it was the 8-man football matchup. Tonight, Mike Perlow takes a look at the Division III championship rumble between Bellows Falls and Lyndon Institute.
There's a trend in all 3 division titles this year. It's number 1 against number 2. In Division 3, that means Bellows Falls against Lyndon.
I think both teams are pretty well equal, and we'll see what it comes down to, who wants it more, I guess.
Bellows Falls is the defending state champion. They're a squad with 9 seniors who are going for a perfect 11-0 season.
It means a lot to us. No team has ever gone 11-0 from Bellows Falls, and we got the attitude. I think we could do it, but we gotta have to play a game of our lives this weekend, Saturday. Lyndon's a tough team. They hit hard. Just kind of nervous about the game.
Albee has reason to be worried. Lyndon's no pushover. They come into the championship game with an 8-2 record and off a dominating semifinal shutout win against North Country.
We're all really excited, and there's a lot of seniors on the team, so it's their last year and it's their last game. It could be the last game ever, so everybody's really wants to play hard and just win, hopefully.
There's a pretty big revenge factor in this game, especially for the Vikings seniors. They've never beaten Bellows Falls in any of their 4 years of high school football, and that includes a 26-0 shutout loss earlier this season.
Just haven't played well. Been a big game for us usually, and just we haven't been able to pick it up in those big games.
If your defense plays well, you're always going to be in a game. And we have some talented offensive performers as well, but our defense must play well in order for us to win.
This is the Vikings' first trip to the state championship. When they take the field this Saturday against the Terriers, they'll be trying to reach the end zone against one of the toughest defenses in the state.
We've got a defense now that's limited opponents to less than a touchdown a game. And, of course, offense has been putting 30 points up a game. So we feel if we can stay consistent, don't make a lot of mistakes, keep the yellow penalty flags in the referees' pockets, we can be effective Saturday. But we know we have to play a great game against a great team.
I've been waiting for this all my life, and it's finally coming true. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Keep a grip on your shoulder pads, Jeremy. The waiting game won't last much longer. It's just 3 more days until the championship rumble. They take the field in Hartford, 1 o'clock this Saturday. Mike Perlow, Channel 3 Sports.
And we'll take a look at Division II tomorrow night, Division I on Friday night.
Okay, thanks, JJ. When we come back, we'll take a look at some winners in the Vermont State Senate, and we'll take the photo album a little further to...
Football championships in Vermont. J.J. Chaffee, Bob Harwood, and Mike Perlow has a story in all 3 games.
After a sluggish first quarter, Mount Anthony got going early in the second. Andy Todd hit Ryan Lacasse with a 25-yard gainer. Ken Malott put the Patriots on the board, busting off the left side for a 27-yard touchdown run.
They sent me in. Jason was getting tired. I went through the hole. I did a great job blocking. The linebacker came up. I just cut to the outside, and there wasn't anyone there. I just kind of went from there.
After Lacasse returned an interception for a touchdown in the second quarter to make it 14-0 at the half. He broke another big play in the third, a 69-yard pass from Todd. Lacasse, who missed last week with a knee injury, was questionable going into the game. question answered.
When did you decide you were going to play? On the bus ride on the way to the game, basically. I just decided that I would try to go a little bit on defense, maybe make something happen on offense.
Chris Dixon added a 1-yard score, 28-0 the final, Mount Anthony over Middlebury.
Everybody else, like the press and stuff, made it like a big deal, you know. We were just coming out and taking it like a regular season game.
A fitting climax for a team that dominated most of their games this year, and that's what they did today against Middlebury. Mount Anthony wins Division I. I'm J.J. Chaffee, Channel 3 Sports, Rutland.
I'm Bob Harwood at Spalding High School. Fairhaven and St. Johnsbury in the Division II championship. It was all turnovers in the first half. Fairhaven's Eric Hay with the interception to stop a Hilltoppers drive. Then David Payne for St. J with a huge fumble recovery, and the Hilltoppers would score on their next possession. Jared Klutze hits Derek Bugby deep in the end zone. Great diving catch, a 7-0 Hilltoppers lead.
Yeah, we got in behind him. I got bumped down a little bit, just kept running. I ended up diving down the end zone. I don't know how I came up with it.
Well, I don't know. We thought we could get it there, and they just gave me a shot, and I'm glad it worked out the way it did.
The Hilltoppers defense came up huge in the fourth quarter, slamming the door shut on Fairhaven on a 4th-and-1 situation. They kept the Slaters off the scoreboard.
St. Johnsbury wraps up the Division II championship with a 7-0 victory, a great defensive battle. That's going to do it from Barry. Let's send it to Mike Perlow at Hartford High School for details of the Division III championship game.
It was Lyndon and Bellows Falls for the Division III championship. They may say defense wins championships. Well, today it was an offensive explosion. John Ostrowski lit the offensive fuse for Bellows Falls. 52 yards for the score, a 2-point conversion, made it 8-0 Bellows Falls.
Yeah, it was a great hole. Line did, great blocking and opened up the sideline for me, and that's what happened. I'm not usually a sideline runner this year, but I broke at the sideline and scored 6.
But Chris McQuaid ignites Lyndon's offense with a 6-pointer of his own and ties the game at 8-all. But no time to rest on the ensuing kickoff. Jeff James goes all the way, 85 yards, and it's 14-8 Terriers at the half. In the third, sophomore Sean Stovell explodes 54 yards for one of his 3 touchdowns in the game as Bellows Falls wins the Division III championship 34-24.
Back-to-back, what does it mean?
We're looking for a 3-peat next year.
That's right, baby.
3-peat.
You better be doing it too, baby.
Mike Perlow, Channel 3 Sports in Hartford.
We do have another high school score in their 90th meeting. Vermont Academy shutout Kimball defeat Rutland 22-6. Windsor. Elsewhere, Windsor hosting Springfield Cosmos. Quarterback Dan Hobbs steps back to pass. He lofts a wobbly one. It's easy pickings for the Joey Martinuke. He'll return it all the way into the end zone for 6. Windsor leads 7-zip. Later, it's Springfield on 2nd down and 35. What do? They'll toss to their fullback, and Ryan Johnson will find a few holes. Then he'll slip a few tackles, and it's off to the end zone for the touchdown. But the Windsor Wasp had the last laugh in this contest. They win their home opener, defeating Springfield 22-14. Hartford starts out as 1-0 with their win over Rutland. Winners beat Milton 38-14. Lyndon shut out Rice. St. J over North Country 25-6. The defending Division II champs start out 1-0 as the Terriers beat Fall Mountain. Woodstock 30. Lake George, New York 22. Norwich opened their season to
Brattleboro by 7 over MSJ. Fairhaven 32, Rice 12. Lyndon is 6-1 with a 13-6 overtime winner at South Burlington. Springfield make it at Lyndon. Springfield beat St. Johnsbury 20-14. We go to top 25. Big plays
over Boston College high school football. Hartford beat Windsor 32-14. Rutland secures a playoff spot 24-22. Fairhaven by 2 touchdowns over Woodstock. South Burlington shut out Rice. Bellows Falls tops Springfield. Lyndon beat St. J by 5 in an 8-man football semifinals. Mill River edges Winooski. They'll face Montpelier in the finals next week. So we got through all those scores. No rain in here. I did get through all the scores.
Okay, thanks, Len. And finally tonight, All Hallows